Hey guys, welcome to the Sunday analysis for the 10th of November 2019. I hope you guys had a good trading week and let's get ready for this upcoming week. To start things off, let's start with the dollar yen. If you remember last week, I had this rectangle drawn in blue because I saw an immediate bounce over here, okay, followed by a very bearish candle. Took a short trade when it made a pullback and I got stopped out. Okay, so I took a loss on this pair, on the dollar yen. When I saw how price returned to test this area here, I knew it was time to change the color to brown. Okay, meaning I'm forecasting a break to the upside. Okay, so my bias for this pair is to the upside. Next pair, the dollar CAD. Okay, the same thing happened. It was blue initially last week, if you remember. So we had a strong rejection here. Not once, but twice. Okay? So immediately when the market opened last Monday, I got into a short position here. Okay, it was a breakout of the range here with my stop loss at this red line here because I had a short bias. Then pretty much on that day, price didn't really go anywhere. On Tuesday, it made a low followed by an immediate turn to the upside. This was what told me that the direction bias has changed to the upside. Okay, so I'll mark the rectangle with a brown. I took a long here and set my take profit right over here, which got hit, and my stop loss below this pivot here. Okay, so I took a loss. I took an early exit loss and I changed direction. You can still be wrong with your analysis, but you gotta be flexible and just trade what you see. So this tells me that I was wrong and it's time that price may head higher. So just take part in the move. Okay? So started off with a loss, ended the week. This was Friday with a 3-1 more or less winner. And for this upcoming week, this level here, this supply level has pretty much been consumed. And my bias would be that it would go higher. The Australian dollar. Okay, this was brown last week. I had a bias to the upside again. I pretty much got my analysis wrong for the most part last week. Like I said, I can only forecast so many days ahead. If things don't go according to my plan, because there's only two directions in the market, that means it's going the opposite way. Okay, you just have to be flexible enough to accept that you're wrong and do the correct thing, which is follow the market. Okay, so this was brown last week. What made me change this to green was that I saw a divergence here. Okay, this is a leading indicator. And this other candle here, which is a bearish candle. So it happened on Tuesday, right? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. On Tuesday, when I saw this rejection and the daily formed this bearish candle, I knew the price is going to respect this level plus the divergence. Okay, so bias for the Aussie dollar to the downside should be on its way to test the lows here first. Okay, if it breaks this low, then the next target is here. But if this holds, okay, let me repeat this. If this holds, then we may see further upside movement. Because on the weekly it's still telling me that it's a strong push to the upside. Euro dollar, also a divergence here. It did not make a new high, but it's about an equal high while the indicator shows a lower high. So price is honoring this resistance level. Okay, time to change it to green. And it's already headed to test the next demand level here. Okay, looking at the weekly, it's headed lower. This is what I'm seeing, okay? But since it's the first time back to this demand level, we may see some sort of a bounce first. And then should it go lower, then it will test this area here. Okay? So bias on the EU to the downside, but I'm going to leave this in blue, not brown yet. Okay? We'll see if price bounces off this level, and I'm still seeing that it will go lower, then it's time for me to change it to brown. The Kiwi, similar across the dollar pairs. Last week, I marked this as brown. I saw these two bearish candles in a row. Okay, the Kiwi was weaker than the Australian dollar, right? The bulls are more eager to push prices to hold on. On the Kiwi, though, on Monday, it's already telling me that price may actually head lower. This big move here, which looks like this on the daily. While I had to wait for Tuesday on the Australian dollar. So bounce off this supply level. It already broke this low here. Okay, this the most recent swing point. So it should be headed for this area here, guys. Okay, buyers to the downside. GU, it's time to change this back to blue. The dollar was pretty much the same across all the pairs. It gained strength. Okay, same story. Price shows that it's respecting this supply level and it's headed towards this area here. So buyers to the downside to this blue rectangle the next few days. Dollar franc, time to change it to blue again. Last week my forecast was that since it's been tested many times, it should break the level. Apparently, it bounced. Okay? Now what I see is that this demand level has held many times as well, right? 1, 2, 3. Even this one here, 4. So my bias is to the upside for the next few days. Change this back to brown. And I'm going to be looking for buy setups. Last one, the gold. This was marked blue last week. Again, price went the other way of what I expected it to do. Some trades I took here, I had a buy here because it was a dip, right? Had a long bias. It was this area of demand. Stopped out. Still a buy zone for me. Stopped out again. Then I knew I was wrong. The prices are going to go lower. Okay? When it made a pullback, time to take the opposite direction, right? And I made back what I lost in these last two trades in the last one here. Okay? So for gold, this is a brown, meaning I'm seeing a break. To the next area, which is this very strong rally base rally area, okay, which I've marked blue because I'm seeing a potential bounce. Okay, it may even stretch lower all the way here. Okay, we'll see. So that is it, guys, for the analysis for the 8 pairs. I would like to wish you a happy Sunday. Thank you for watching my video. All the best in your trading in the next few days, next week. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.